Welcome to the AMC News Dispatch. I'm Diana Dawa from the Office of Public and Congressional Affairs. Since its change of responsibility ceremony last November, AMC's Command Sergeant Major Jeffrey J. Mellinger has had few moments to spare. I had an opportunity to sit down with the Command Sergeant Major for just a few minutes. In this interview, he discussed his previous experiences with AMC as a soldier and as a leader. He also shared his views on his responsibility now as the Command Sergeant Major for the Army Materiel Command.
Like any other soldier, I've been on the receiving end of AMC. Well, I've only been here a short time, and so my trips and visits have been extremely limited thus far. In most of that interaction has been with the staff and the senior NCOs and commanders through either VTCs or office calls and so forth. But what I have seen is enough to tell me that this is a huge operation with more impact on what happens to soldiers every day than even many people in AMC realize. I certainly couldn't fathom it before I got here, and I'm just now starting to get an idea of how little I knew about AMC. My view of what I am going to try and do while I'm the AMC Sergeant Major is to shorten what we call the flash to bang time for good ideas. Some young soldier in Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait, wherever, comes up with an idea on how to modify a widget to make it more functional for what they do. It is, because of my experience, maybe I can help expedite that to get to the right people, to get validated as a good idea or a mostly good idea. To take feedback from those leaders out in the field at all levels, certainly, on what their equipment needs are, what their soldiers need, and then how best to get after it. And I've been involved with some of that since I've been here, and really it's the ability to reach out and touch the senior leadership and understand what they're telling me. Because of that experience that I've had, not just in the last 34 months as the Multinational Force Iraq Sergeant Major, but certainly the rest of my career. And when those senior NCOs and officers talk to me about their needs and what it is they want to see with their equipment and so forth, it's easy for me to understand, and then in turn I can articulate that to the program manager or the PEO or the MSC that's responsible for working on it. To make sure that the needs of the field are understood back here where we're producing it and procuring it and so forth, and then make sure not make sure, but to try and make it that process a little bit better, a little tighter, so that those urgent needs from the field really have got a little more polish on them. AMC has done a tremendous job fielding from stuff that was never envisioned 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago to we're on the third or fourth generation of it now. Unbelievable changes in how we get equipment and things that soldiers need in the field. It's gone faster than anybody could have guessed 10 years ago for sure. So AMC is doing a tremendous job. I'm just hoping to shorten that flash to bang time and to instead of being the 90% solution when it goes out, maybe it'll be the 91% solution. Just try and make it a little bit better, a little faster. It's not just soldiers that have equipment needs and good ideas. It's sailors, it's Marines, it's airmen, it's our coalition partners and so forth. So I bring a little more varied experience, but I've also been, as I said, in units in my career in the Army that have been on the receiving end of some of the newest and latest and greatest in the way of weapons and night vision and radio equipment and so forth. And I have seen things that came out that worked wonderfully and things that have been fielded that just kind of fell over. And I don't want to step on anybody's pet project, but I think anybody that's been around this business a while can think of some huge successes and some dismal failures that we've all been responsible for putting out there somewhere. You don't see any mules around anymore, do you? For my time in Iraq as the Multinational Force Iraq Sergeant Major, that there were some activities and organizations that continued to amaze me with the things they could do. And almost always it was some aspect of Army Materiel Command. I had dozens of occasions where I limped into somebody's motor pool or maintenance facility, and there was nobody looking at their watch saying, hey, look, we're going to chow, come back in 2 hours, or, you know, I've been up since 3. It was, what do you need? How soon can we get it done? And you know, hey, go get some chow and come back in 2 hours and we'll have it ready for you. Just unbelievable work. Whether it was on vehicles or equipment or radios, or, you know, a soldier would have a good idea and you had a technician down there someplace that took that to heart and said, okay, well, let's see what we can do, and getting the feedback back to AMC through the correct channels. So my first response to that is that the workforce we have, and that's primarily our civilians, does just a fabulous job. And I don't think you'll find very many soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines that are in the thick of it that will tell you anything different. Sure, you'll hear them bemoan about how much money contractors make and how much, but they are few and far between. Most soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines have nothing but the greatest respect for our workforce, and most of those are civilians. And of course, you know, not to slight our soldiers and our contractors. This is just an awesome outfit.
That wraps up this week's AMC News Dispatch. If you would like more information on AMC's Command Sergeant Major Jeffrey Mellinger or other AMC news stories, visit our website at www.amc.army.mil. Thanks for watching.